Hey guys, it's Kimberly back with the Illumin Guru and wanted to talk to you today about negative self-talk and how do we clean that up. Oh my gosh, this is one that I hear all the time in my own head as well as with my clients. And I know that it plagues so many of us, and it's so ingrained in us that we often don't even realize that we sometimes play these tapes all day long. And it can range from extreme beating ourselves up over not doing something right, or like not measuring up against others, to just picking ourselves apart, like the way we look, or the things that we have or that we don't have. And the focus primarily is negative. So what could this sound like? This could sound like as simple as looking in the mirror and going, oh my God, I hate my thighs. I hate my nose. I wish I had a different nose. I wish this was different. I wish that was different. I wish I could lose 5 pounds there. And instead of looking in the mirror and just kind of accepting and loving ourselves, we're picking ourselves apart. So what that does, at least from a physical standpoint, is it creates a roadblock to change. So if you follow like the Abrahamic school of thought, which I know I do follow a lot of those principles in terms of the law of attraction, and I've seen it work magic in my own life. And especially in transforming, let's just talk about physical attributes for now, but we'll move on from there. Transforming the physical attributes. One practice I've found that works and that I do with my clients, or I ask them to do, is that I hold, instead of focus, say like you want to lose, 10 pounds, or like me, I want to grow my hair back long, right? I'm like, cut it short several months ago, and this is a good example, I'm going to use this. So I cut my hair short really short, like several months ago, and I'm really longing for my long hair again. So I'm missing it, and I'm like, oh my God, it's never going to grow back. I'm feeling like that. So that's negative. And I'm also looking around at what is, and I'm unhappy with it. So you have to understand that the more I focused on the lack of my long hair being here, the longer it's going to take to grow in. Okay? So I can have all the healthy drinks and all the healthy food that I want. I can eat all the vitamins and take all the biotin that I want, but my hair is not going to grow any quicker if I really cannot visualize it. So one thing that really can assist me and any of you who are focusing negatively or focusing on the lack, especially with something physical, whether it's the weight you want to lose or something you want to change about the way you look, is to try to take a deep breath, meditate for a little bit, hold in your mind's eye the vision of your feeling good self. So to me, my feeling good self would have long flowy hair again, okay? And I see her in my mind's eye, okay? And I say your feeling good self because it's not about vanity. It's about something that you're desiring because there's something about it that's gonna make you feel good, okay? So it's not about how we get there, all the effort we make to get there, because it's really not about effort, okay? Like I said, doesn't matter how many vitamins I take or how many or how much I do when I'm focusing on the lack of my hair being long. It's the same for you all who are, trying to change your body image, body perception, and so you want to focus on some weight loss, and you're like, have a negative relationship with exercise, have a negative relationship to food, have negative self-talk about the way you look in the mirror. It's like that's just going to hold you in the same energetic vibration, and it's going to actually roadblock the change for you. So what I suggest instead is to try to let those old tapes dissolve and stop focusing on the negative. So when you catch yourself, try to find something that you do like about yourself. Try to find something really positive to focus on and let the negative stuff go. It doesn't mean that you're not allowed to think something negative. It just means when it comes in, try to reroute your focus so you're not even going there. And the rerouting of the focus could be shifting your focus onto something totally different, and also finding the positive attributes of self, okay? What you do love about yourself. But here's the trick. With this type of manifesting the physical change, we must hold that vision of our feeling good self in our mind's eye. And once you see that person, it's like whether you say your future self, your higher self, your feeling good self. So for me, like I said, it's me with the long flowy hair. For you, it could be you with the improved body weight, or you with the improved skin tone, or whatever it is that you're working on, okay? Hold that in your mind's eye and do it for about 30 seconds every day, okay? And it's also good to call upon that vision when you start getting negative with yourself. So go into that, holding that. Breathe into that vision and try not to have the thoughts of, oh, that feels so far away. Just know that it's coming. Go, that's coming. That's coming. And feel how good it is for those 30 seconds to be in your good feeling self. Get those feelings going inside of you, because that's what's going to make it happen quicker. So remember, the negative self-talk, especially when it comes to physical attributes, is definitely roadblocking us from making the change. So if you're struggling with some of that transformation, that could be a reason why. So I highly recommend that visualization technique and really getting into your feeling good self and what that looks like and feels like. So let's talk about like beating ourselves up during the day, like whether it's feeling not as good as others, making mistakes, not being successful, doing something wrong, doing something bad, steering off course from our ascension. I hear all sorts of stuff. And it sounds very much like when I hear from my clients, like who are on the ascension journey, and they often they'll send me an email and they'll be like, oh my God, I messed up, or I blew it. And, I'm so dumb, or I'm so stupid, right? Those things come up. Oh my God, I hate myself for being involved with this person, or I hate myself for this, or I'm so stupid, or why did I do that? Or, it's that regretful thinking too. So I have to remind you, you must take a deep breath when you get into a spiral like that. And even if it's not a spiral and it's just a fleeting thought of being really disappointed with yourself, remember, it's not a race, okay? And life isn't being about perfect, okay? Life is meant for us to experience so that we can grow and evolve and expand. And that's what you're in the process of doing. Most of you watching this video are awakening, and you're learning how to shift old paradigms, old behaviors, old patterns, default settings, places that you've practiced behaviorally for years and decades for most of us. And that's not easy. A change like that doesn't happen overnight, but it can happen once we release the resistance to it. And I think a lot of us put the resistance there by beating up on ourselves rather than just allowing ourselves to navigate the process naturally. Because the truth is that you are going to mess up along the way. You're human. And you don't go from A to Z overnight. So, and part of the messing up, or the not being perfect, or the being the so-called fool, or slipping out of surrender, not hitting your mark at work, or letting somebody down, or whatever it is, letting yourself down. All of that is part of the journey in this evolution. That's how you are evolving, is through your mistakes, through those hiccups, through those stumbling blocks. And when you find yourself beating yourself up about those things, I want you to remind yourself to take a deep breath, because I have great news for you. The past is the past. And guess what? We don't ever have to repeat the past again. And the past does not define you. So even that thing that just happened 5 minutes ago, it's already done. It's not affecting your future outcome, not unless you hold on to it energetically. Self-loathing, negative focus, and all of that. So it's best to try to release that as quickly as we can and shift into, what did I do right? Or how can I do it better next time? Okay? And then feel grateful for the opportunity that you have in front of you to change or to make this better. Everyone gets embarrassed. Everyone messes up. And all of us stumble along the ascension journey. And especially coming in and out of surrender, and, maybe say you're an action taker and you're trying not to take action so much, but you're trying to master your art of not trying to control things and trying to be, being in your receptive mode, being more in your divine feminine power. That is practice. It takes practice. All these things, like harnessing your power, harnessing your ability to be better at surrender and just being in the now, that takes practice. So know that, yeah, you're going to slip out of it from time to time. You're going to mess up, but it's okay. And you judging yourself just adds more resistance. It also adds resistance to what you're going to manifest. So if there's something that you do want to manifest, like a better outcome, or like, let's just say a better outcome to the situation at hand, or an improved situation. And if you hang on to the negativity and the what you did wrong, you're going to keep manifesting the negative. It's going to keep getting mirrored back to you, that negativity, whether that's your fear, your doubt, your insecurity. So try to remember that there's all of this is energy, and if you're holding on to the self-loathing and the negativity from within, it's going to affect how things are, transpiring in your physical world. So best thing to do, as I always recommend, is go be out in nature, take some time to yourself, find the things that you love, be in the now, enjoy your life. Remember, it's not a race and it's not a competition, and there really is no pressure. Even if you grew up in a family or in a household where there's a lot of criticism on you and you have those old tapes playing in your head, remember, that doesn't exist anymore. And you can wipe that tape out and start totally new. And the best way to do it is to find something joyful, find the things that you love about yourself, and find the things that you enjoy doing. And just don't beat yourself up. Life shouldn't be that serious or that hard. And we don't need to be perfect. So one thing that I said to a client recently that it resonated for her is, you don't need to figure it all out right now. And she thought, wow, that was really freeing. So also giving yourself permission to not need to figure it out, not need to have all the answers, not need to be perfect just yet. Say, I'm a work in progress. I'm getting there. This is part of the journey, and I'm enjoying it. And recognize that being perfect, not making mistakes, well, you're always going to stumble, and when you get there, there's going to be new stuff to work on and further expansion. So you better enjoy the journey, and also just tune up the self-acceptance and tune up the self-love. So I'll leave you with that. If anyone wants to work with me in private session, or if you want to reach out and connect, you can do so on theilluminedguru.com. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.